At the start of the drama, we meet Xiao Yan, the CEO of Hash Group, and his adorable son Xiao Bu, who likes to dress just like him. Meanwhile, the female lead, Shu Yue, is having a tense moment with her ex-boyfriend Yang and his new girlfriend. Shu Yue, a psychologist, tells the new girl that she supported Yang only to be cheated on, and now it's her turn to deal with him. Later, Xiao Bu causes chaos in the office, ignoring the secretary's warning that his dad is in a meeting. When Xiao Yan arrives and scolds him, we learn that Xiao Bu has a psychological condition and doesn't speak, which is why his father always keeps him close. That night, Shu Yue drinks and dances with her friend, who tells her Yang is getting a research award from Hash Group. Furious, Shu reveals she did most of the work and decides it's time for payback. The next day, while Xiao Yan is busy, Xiao Bu sneaks off and ends up placing sticky notes on his dad's posters. A crowd gathers, scaring him, and just as he's about to fall, Shu Yue catches him. She calms him down using cards and even gives him a pumpkin and handkerchief. When Xiao Yan's secretary arrives, Shu tells him to make sure Xiao Yan takes better care of his son. Upstairs, Shu mistakenly attacks Xiao Yan in the dark, thinking he's Yang. When the lights come on, their faces are inches apart as her tie gets caught on him. This moment accidentally gets broadcasted on a live stream. Embarrassed, Shu cuts her hair and storms off. She later spots Yang at the award ceremony. Xiao Yan, remembering Shu's words, chooses not to announce Yang's name and simply leaves. Later, Xiao Bu enjoys the scent of Shu's handkerchief. Meanwhile, Shu is shocked when her friend shows her a screenshot of the live stream. Xiao Yan takes Xiao Bu to the hospital where Shu works. Hearing Bu cry, Shu comes out and manages to calm him down. When Xiao Yan sees her, he blames her for the live stream mess. She snaps back, saying she lost her hair over it too. He gives her 200 yuan and tells Bu to stay away from her. But Bu shows him her picture and says she gave him the handkerchief. That night, Xiao Yan sketches Shu and thinks she should be his son's doctor. He wants her to be close to them and offers her the job, but she turns it down, thinking it's a prank. Xiao Yan keeps trying offering money and gifts, but Shu refuses, saying she's not for sale. Xiao Yan's friend advises him that she's not an ordinary woman. Still, he sends more gifts and follows her. Shu outsmarts him and rides into a narrow alley, but he catches up. When a girl nearby is being harassed, Shu jumps in to protect her, and Xiao Yan helps too, hurting his hand. Shu bandages him and gives him candy. The next day, he surprises her with a cake featuring her sketch. She's touched. Later, at a shooting range, Xiao Yan helps Shu aim, and they grow closer. His friend points out the bracelets they sell are called the Heart of Love, meant for couples. Xiao Yan seems to be falling for Shu. At the hospital, Xiao Yan asks Bu about his birthday wish. Bu silently crashes toy cars together, clearly upset. Xiao Yan comforts him, later telling Shu about the accident 5 years ago that killed Bu's mother. Since then, Bu hasn't spoken or smiled. Shu suggests throwing him a birthday party to help him heal. She visits Xiao Yan's office, where he has her sign a contract. That night, while driving her home, she falls asleep in his car. He slips a company health bracelet on her wrist. When she wakes up, he explains it's a sample. The next day, Shu feels sick, and her bracelet alerts Xiao Yan. He pauses his meeting to call her. She's shocked he knew, and he reveals their bracelets are linked just like their growing connection. Later, Xiao Yan goes to pick up Shu Yue for dinner, but she doesn't answer his calls. Worried, he goes to her apartment and finds the door locked with a code. Inside, Shu is unconscious in the bathtub from a high fever. Xiao Yan manages to get in and finds her barely dressed and very weak. He turns away and asks if she's okay, but she can't even stand. As he leaves the bathroom, he accidentally locks the door behind him. Shu struggles to unlock it and collapses into his arms. Xiao Yan carries her to bed and, while adjusting the blanket, ends up close to her. In her half-conscious state, Shu blows him a kiss, and he quickly walks out. The next morning, Shu wakes up to see Xiao Bu sleeping beside her. Xiao Yan explains that Xiao Bu stayed up all night caring for her. When Shu steps outside, she's shocked to see her place spotless Xiao Yan had cleaned. Embarrassed, she recalls the kiss and asks if he changed her clothes. When he says yes, she panics and grabs a knife, warning him not to bring it up. Xiao Bu walks in, and Shu apologizes for missing his birthday. He writes, "I want you to be my mom." Flustered, she calls it a joke, but promises he can call her mom if he wants. As Xiao Yan gets ready to leave, Shu insists on going too, but he tells her to rest. That night, Xiao Yan finds a drawing of Shu under Xiao Bu's pillow with the words, "I want a mom." He tells his son to tell Shu how he feels, but Xiao Bu gets upset. The next day, Xiao Yan and Xiao Bu wait outside Shu's place. When she steps out, they surprise her. Xiao Yan tells her she'll be spending the whole day with Xiao Bu. In a flashback, we see that Xiao Bu had told Xiao Yan's friend Guan he wants Shu to be his mom, and Guan helped him come up with a plan. They take Shu to a game zone and put her and Xiao Yan in an escape room, but they finish it in 10 minutes. Then they head to a picnic spot. Xiao Bu texts Guan and throws a ball far away to get Shu to chase it. While Xiao Yan leaves to get a jacket for his cold son, Xiao Bu meets up with Guan, and they take a photo with a car before leaving, abandoning the picnic setup. Shu and Xiao Yan search for him and panic when they see Xiao Bu's hat floating in the water. Shu jumps in, but Xiao Yan stops her and shows the photo booth is safe. Their phones are ruined from water, and their car is gone, so they set up a tent for the night. Shu changes into dry clothes, then shares noodles with Xiao Yan. At first he refuses, but gives in and eats. Xiao Yan asks why she jumped into the water without thinking. Shu says she just wanted to save Bu. He then asks why she told Bu he could call her mom. She says it was only a joke because he doesn't have one. Xiao Yan quietly tells her to rest. They lie down on opposite sides of the tent and fall asleep. In the next scene, Xiao Yan and Xiao Bu are getting ready for a party. At the event, Shu's friend compliments her look, but Yong's girlfriend mocks her. When Xiao Yan and Bu arrive, Yong's girlfriend spreads rumors about Shu and Xiao Yan. To stop it, Xiao Yan grabs the mic and proposes to Shu in front of everyone. This time, she doesn't refuse. He puts a ring on her finger and kisses her. The next day, Xiao Yan calls Shu to talk about Bu's appointment and a company award. Later, she arrives at the hospital with her friend and sees it decorated. Confused, she asks about the news online people think they're getting married. Shu says the kiss and proposal were fake. Xiao Yan replies, "The kiss was fake, but the proposal was real." She calls him crazy and asks if he really wants to marry her. He says, "Are you scared you'll fall for me?" Shu says she'd never fall for someone like him. Xiao Yan tries to kiss her, but she pushes him away. He says everyone already thinks they're engaged. She snaps that he's not her Mr. Right, and he replies that she's not his either, but he'd do anything for Xiao Bu. Later, Shu thinks about telling her parents the truth. On her way home, she helps someone stuck in a tree and loses the bracelet Xiao Yan gave her. He notices it's missing and tries calling, but her phone is off. Worried, he visits her place and sees her with her brother, Fang. Xiao Yan puts the bracelet back on her wrist and asks who Fang is. Fang introduces himself, and Xiao Yan boldly says, "Shu is my fiancé." He tells Shu she should care about his image now. At home, Shu is surprised when her parents suddenly show up, already knowing about Xiao Yan. She tells them the engagement is fake, leaving them shocked. Later, Xiao Yan visits Fang's clinic, where Shu also arrives. She invites Fang to eat hot pot. Fang asks if Xiao Yan is joining too, but Shu says he doesn't like it. At the restaurant, Xiao Yan watches them secretly. When the owner announces a special discount for couples who hug or kiss, Fang tries to hug Shu, but Xiao Yan shows up out of nowhere. Shu is stunned and invites him to join them. Shu finds Xiao Yan waiting outside her house. He asks to come in, but she refuses, making an excuse. He asks how long she'll take to get to know him. She jokingly says 2 years since he's 29. Xiao Yan hands her a flash drive and says, "You've got 2 weeks, everything about me is in here." Later, when Shu is with her parents, Xiao Yan shows up. She whispers for him to leave, but he stays. Her parents arrive and are shocked to see them together. Xiao Yan politely greets them as mom and dad, impressing them enough to invite him over. He comes bearing gifts, and when Shu tries to send him away, her parents suggest she let him stay for dinner. At dinner, her mom asks about Xiao Yan's family. He shares that Xiao Bu is actually his late brother's son, and he's raised him alone ever since. This touches Shu's parents deeply, while Shu silently watches, surprised. When Xiao Yan asks if he can stay the night, he says his driver went home to be with Xiao Bu. Her mom agrees, and he boldly says he'll sleep in Shu's room. In her room, Shu says he can take the bed, but he insists they share it. Xiao Yan admits he felt jealous she has a real family, while he only has a house. Shu reminds him he has Xiao Bu, but he feels he hasn't given Bu a real family either. Just then, he gets a call Xiao Bu has a fever and is in the hospital. They rush there, and Xiao Bu refuses medicine until Xiao Yan gives it to him. Xiao Yan tells Shu that she's the first stranger Bu has ever connected with. When Shu tries to leave, he asks her to stay. That night, Xiao Bu calls her mom for the first time. The next morning, Shu tries to slip out, but Xiao Yan stops her, saying, "Pack your things. You're moving in." Shu says she never agreed to that, but Xiao Yan reminds her Bu sees her as his mom. Shu brushes it off, saying kids make jokes, then walks away. Later, Shu sees Xiao Yan and Bu outside. Bu runs to her, calling her Mama. She gently hushes him and warns Xiao Yan that people might get the wrong idea. He tells her not to worry, soon she'll officially be Bu's mom. He offers her breakfast he made, which she accepts before heading to work. In another scene, Xiao Yan tells her he's going on a business trip and she'll need to take care of Bu. Shu gets upset, saying he's abandoning his sick son for work. Xiao Yan replies, "Right now, Bu needs you more." Later, Bu calls her mom again, but she asks him not to use that name in the hospital. After the doctor says Bu has recovered, Shu sends a photo of him to Xiao Yan. When Bu doesn't see Shu around, he takes a tablet to look for her. Another child tries to snatch it, and Bu accidentally knocks the kid down. The boy's mom yells at Bu, but Shu arrives just in time to handle the situation. Xiao Yan returns from his trip to find Shu asleep next to Bu. He tries to cover her with his coat, but stops when she wakes up. Shu says Bu is fine now and asks to leave. Xiao Yan agrees and gives her gifts from his trip. Later, he shows up panicked Bu is missing. They drive around to search. Shu asks if Bu has run away before, and Xiao Yan admits yes, when he found out he wasn't his real dad. Shu guesses he might be at her house, and she's right. Bu is waiting there. She hugs him tightly, and they all go inside. While Shu cooks, Bu apologizes to Xiao Yan, who forgives him but warns him not to do it again. Xiao Yan joins Shu in the kitchen and teases her about her cooking. Annoyed, she challenges him to a cooking contest. They each make a dish, and Bu picks Shu's as the winner. Later, when they're driving home, Xiao Yan tells Shu he knows she lost the diamond ring. She panics and promises to repay him. He then gives her a contract, become his wife, and he won't charge her for the ring. Shu hesitates, thinking it means acting like a real wife, but Xiao Yan promises no physical contact. He's not even interested in her. Angry, she signs it anyway. After she signs, Xiao Yan tells her he'll treat her like an employee, and any mistake will cost her 20 million yen. Shu is shocked to find this was actually written in the contract. The next day, his secretary visits Shu and tells her Xiao Yan bought her house, she needs to sign the papers. Shu refuses. When she walks outside, she trips and falls at Xiao Yan's feet. He helps her up and explains, I didn't want your messy stuff in my house, so I bought the house instead. The next day, Shu moves in. Xiao Yan shows her around, including Boo's room, where she finds the handkerchief and pumpkin she once gave him. He also shows her a separate bedroom for herself, saying they're not a real couple. In the kitchen, Shu suddenly hugs Xiao Yan from behind. Surprised, he asks what she's doing, and she says they need to act like they love each other for Boo's sake. Around Boo, they continue the act, and Boo begins noticing their closeness. Later, Xiao Yan scolds Shu for not cleaning the bathroom properly. He's very picky. Shu secretly cooks for Boo, and they enjoy the meal together. When Xiao Yan arrives, he smells the food. Shu quickly distracts him and promises Boo she'll cook for him every day. Then she shows Xiao Yan places Boo wanted to visit, but he only agrees to the museum, which neither she nor Boo likes. Shu comforts Boo, promising to take him to all the places he dreams of. In the next scene, Shu and Boo sneak out to a park, but it starts raining. Xiao Yan finds them with an umbrella, already knowing where they went. Back home, both of them are coughing. Xiao Yan scolds them and shows a snack wrapper they hid, then confiscates all the junk food. Later, Shu takes him to Fang's school. When he sees a photo of Shu with Fang, he gets jealous and says, "You're Mrs. Xiao Yan now. Keep your distance from strangers." He also refuses to let Boo attend Fang's school, which upsets Shu. She storms off and skips dinner. Instead of apologizing, Xiao Yan texts, "Eat, then we'll talk," which only angers her more. Shu Yue starts packing to leave, saying she has work at home. She expects Xiao Yan to stop her, but instead, he tells her she should have just asked for leave. The next day, Xiao Bu shows up at Shu's house alone, which surprises her. When she calls Xiao Yan to come get him, he rushes over. Shu tells him to assign another nurse, but he insists that Xiao Bu only wants her. The boy refuses to leave with his father, so Xiao Yan walks away. Later, Shu falls down the stairs, and though Xiao Yan is nearby, he can't catch her in time. At the hospital, Yang brings her X-ray, but Xiao Yan wants to switch doctors since Yang is her ex. Shu defends Yang's skills, and Yang apologizes for his past mistakes. Xiao Yan takes Shu home, even though she says she doesn't need help. When Xiao Yan shows up at Shu's house again, she tells him to leave, but he insists she return with him, saying he can't let Xiao Bu stay. When she refuses, he threatens legal action and carries her to his car. He gives her a contract with conditions, but Shu says she already signed with someone else and will leave once she recovers. She tells him her stay depends on how he treats her and what happens to Xiao Bu when she's gone. Xiao Yan has no choice but to agree, and she asks him to help her to her room. Xiao Yan offers to buy her an electric wheelchair, but she declines. Later, Shu calls him to a supermarket, making him leave an important meeting. She picks only her favorite items while he quietly follows. That night during dinner, he tells her not to eat spicy food, which annoys her. She walks off and finds a drawer full of pictures of girls' backs, making her suspicious. In the bathroom, she struggles to wash her hair, so Xiao Yan steps in to help. Xiao Yan later looks at a sketch of a girl he saw in a dream, the same girl he's been trying to find. The next morning, Xiao Bu shows him a photo of his parents and says, "Kiss my mama." When Xiao Yan leans in, Shu panics, and he ends up kissing her neck. Later, while Xiao Yan swims, Shu secretly takes pictures. When caught, she jokes about sending them to other girls. He deletes them, and, in the struggle, she falls onto him. Later, she sees a photo of a girl close to Xiao Yan and wonders if that's his girlfriend. Xiao Yan falls sick, and Shu cares for him like a wife. It's revealed that Shu's leg had healed earlier, but she pretended around Xiao Yan. While talking to her friend about the mystery girl, she accidentally sends Xiao Yan a voice message. He confronts her, but Shu pretends to sleep. He tells her that she misunderstood the photo, but Shu says she just wants to know his past to better help Xiao Bu. He reminds her to focus on Xiao Bu's treatment. The next day, she tells him there's a school event at Fang's school. which could help Xiao Bu make friends. Xiao Yan agrees. At the school, Fang and Shu encourage Xiao Bu to play baseball. Xiao Yan shows up and makes a deal. If he loses, Xiao Bu goes to Fang's school. If he wins, he won't. He ties with Fang, then plays Shu and intentionally loses for Xiao Bu's happiness. Later, Shu helps the boy get ready for school and encourages him to adjust to the new environment. The next day, they drop Xiao Bu at school. After seeing other parents kiss, Xiao Bu kisses Shu, and she gives Xiao Yan a fake kiss. Xiao Yan gets annoyed and walks away. Fang invites Shu and Xiao Bu inside while Xiao Yan watches from his car. He tells his secretary to schedule his next meeting at a restaurant near the school. During the meeting, Xiao Yan can't focus and watches Xiao Bu. Seeing Shu with Fang, he calls her back home. Shu rushes there, worried, only to find Xiao Yan hungry. Annoyed, she cooks noodles and tells him to eat without chopsticks. As he reaches for them, he leans in, almost kissing her when his aunt walks in. He introduces Shu as his wife. The aunt later visits Xiao Bu and asks if she should find him a mom. He writes, "I already found one." At dinner, the aunt leaves early, unimpressed with Shu. In the car, she tells someone their marriage is fake and that Xiao Yan is starting to fall for Shu. The person asks about Lin, and the aunt says Xiao Yan will still marry her. In the next scene, the aunt asks about the company's upcoming anniversary, reminding him he's celebrated alone for years. This time, Xiao Yan confidently replies, "My wife will be with me." Xiao Yan tells Shu Yue she must attend the company's anniversary with him, but she refuses. He insists, saying people, especially his aunt, will doubt their relationship. To prepare, he hires several teachers to train Shu in dancing within just 7 days. The intense training wears her out, so Xiao Yan brings her healthy food, which she eats even though she dislikes it. Later, Xiao Yan gets a call saying the missing driver from the accident has been found. He rushes off, while Shu, curious, heads to his office and sees the driver's photo. A worker tells her the man used to work for Xiao Yan's family and vanished after the crash. Shu cancels her training to look into this further. Xiao Yan hunts for the driver but learns he has escaped again, leaving him frustrated. Shu visits her friend but hides when she sees Xiao Yan nearby. Meanwhile, Guan comforts Xiao Yan, realizing he's upset over the driver. As Xiao Yan leaves, he sees Shu and tells her to come inside. He questions why she isn't training. Shu admits her teachers weren't helpful, so she came to her friend instead. Her friend arrives, confirming they plan to eat hot pot. Xiao Yan scolds her, but Shu reminds him she's only here for Xiao Bu. Hurt, he walks away. Later, Guan explains that Xiao Yan had an accident on his way to the hospital that day and was in a coma for a month. Shu, feeling guilty, loses her appetite. That evening, she overhears Xiao Yan's aunt pressuring him about Shu's performance at the anniversary. Shu apologizes and keeps practicing until Xiao Yan joins her, helping her improve. At the anniversary, Xiao Yan arrives with Shu Yue and they perform together. Lin, invited by the aunt, is also there. Everyone talks about Lin and Xiao Yan's past, making Shu uncomfortable. As she tries to leave, she stumbles, but Xiao Yan catches her. Later, Shu feels jealous of Lin. Xiao Yan applies ointment to her foot, but ignores her when she brings up Lin. The next day, Shu vents her frustration by punching a pillow with Xiao Yan's photo on it. When he hears the noise, she pretends she was practicing child therapy. He sees the photo, and she jokes she wasn't sleeping with it. Before work, Shu offers breakfast and suggests going out with Xiao Bu, but Xiao Yan says he's too busy, which makes her suspicious. She imagines him having breakfast with Lin instead. Xiao Bu talks to the secretary, who says his dad is busy with another woman. Shu asks him where he wants to go, but he says he misses his dad. They head to the office, where Shu brings breakfast for Xiao Yan. Just then, Lin arrives with food too. Xiao Yan says he's in a meeting but promises they'll have lunch together. Shu and Xiao Bu wait outside. While Shu goes to the restroom, Xiaobu sneaks into the meeting and drops fish in Lin's tea. Lin notices him and tries to greet him. Just as she's about to sip, she sees the fish and spills the tea in shock. In the restroom, Lin confronts Shu, accusing her of telling Xiaobu to sabotage her. Later, Shu finds Xiao Yan scolding Xiaobu and steps in, saying he should treat the child with love, not like an employee. Xiao Yan snaps, blaming her for spoiling him. Hurt, Shu leaves with Xiaobu and takes him to her parents' home. Her mother warmly welcomes them and asks if Shu had a fight with Xiao Yan. Shu avoids the question and says they just came for a weekend visit. Back home, Xiao Yan learns they've left but didn't pack their things. When Shu hears a knock, she assumes it's Xiao Yan, but it's his secretary, delivering their belongings. Shu's father suddenly falls ill, and she rushes him to the hospital with her mother. The doctors say his condition is serious and he needs emergency surgery, shocking Shu's mom. Shu sends Xiaobu home with a friend. Xiao Yan learns about Shu's father and comforts her, promising he'll be okay. He even calls top doctors from Oxford for the surgery. When Shu asks why he's doing all this, he simply says, "Because you're my wife." She asks about Lin, and Xiao Yan replies that their families have a connection, leaving Shu silent. During surgery, Shu and her mom wait nervously. Xiao Yan reassures them the surgery will likely succeed. Xiaobu sweetly gives Shu candy to cheer her up. Soon, the doctor announces the operation was a success, bringing relief to everyone. Shu watches over her sleeping father and dozes off. Xiao Yan gently covers her with his coat and brushes her hair aside. In her sleep, she grabs his hand like she's dreaming of eating chicken, making her dad smile. When Shu wakes up and sees Xiao Yan, she quickly composes herself. Later, Shu asks Guan about the photos of different girls in Xiao Yan's house. Guan explains Xiao Yan dreamed about a mysterious girl, which is why he kept those photos, though he believes the girl might not be real. Shu is shocked. Soon, her father is discharged, and they all have dinner together. Xiaobu calls her father Grandpa, surprising everyone. Xiao Yan tells him to call him Daddy, but the boy refuses, hurting Xiao Yan. Shu's mom gently says it'll happen eventually. Later, Xiao Yan gets a call from Lin to meet at a hotel. Shu overhears and assumes he's going on a date. With help from her friend, she dresses up and goes to the hotel. In the elevator, she wrongly thinks a man is secretly taking her picture and grabs his collar. As the doors open, Xiao Yan and Lin are standing there. Xiao Yan tells her to let go, he's actually Mr. CIA, a business associate. The man cancels the meeting, and Lin scolds Shu. Lin reveals she's engaged to Xiao Yan and accuses Shu of always causing problems, saying she doesn't deserve him. Hurt, Shu leaves. Xiao Yan finds her outside. Though she apologizes, he doesn't seem upset. He offers to drive her home, but Fang appears, and Shu goes with him instead. At a bar, Fang tries to cheer her up. Guan sees Shu with Fang and tells Xiao Yan, who rushes over. After Guan takes Fang away, Xiao Yan asks Shu to come home. She refuses and says she wants to end their agreement. She explains Xiaobu has recovered and she wants to focus on her career. Xiao Yan later asks her again why she wants to leave. She says she's done her part and doesn't want to trouble him anymore. He offers a condition. If she helps Xiaobu make a friend, he'll end the contract. Shu introduces him to a girl, and the two become best friends. As they play, Shu points out how much Xiaobu has changed. He even calls the girl by her name and might one day call Xiao Yan Daddy. Shu returns the wedding ring to Xiao Yan and says she'll attend Xiaobu's school meeting in 5 days, and then their contract must end. Xiao Yan tries to renegotiate with better pay, but she refuses. Meanwhile, his aunt digs into Shu's past and finds out she's the one who saved Xiaobu in the accident. It also becomes clear that the girl from Xiao Yan's dreams is actually Shu. One day, Xiaobu keeps calling out Mama. Xiao Yan says she's not here, but just then, Shu shows up to help with school activities. She teaches Xiao Bu a song using a recorder. Fang arrives to pick up Xiao Bu, accidentally knocking the recorder, which captures a private conversation between Shu and Fang. Later, Shu goes to Xiao Yan's house to retrieve it and finds him listening to the recording. It has Xiao Bu's song and Fang saying it's okay if Shu likes Xiao Yan. Shu trips and falls on Xiao Yan, sharing a tender moment. Back home, Shu locks herself in her room, embarrassed about the recording. She scolds herself for being so careless and doesn't know what to do. Suddenly, their smart bracelets light up with heart symbols, showing their heart rates have risen. Shu grabs her phone to leave, hoping Xiao Yan will stop her, but he says nothing, so she walks out. She later calls Xiao Bu, saying she's going to the mountain villa. Xiao Yan goes there with Xiao Bu and interrupts her work with Fang. He pulls Shu aside and says, "You're still my wife, the contract isn't over. You don't need to be with someone else." Later, the three enjoy their time at the villa. That night, Xiao Bu asks Shu to sing him to sleep. As she sings, Xiao Yan's aunt calls and hears her voice. Realizing Shu was the woman who saved Xiao Bu, the aunt hangs up in shock. The next day, they attend the school function where Xiao Bu sings. Lin shows up and takes him fishing, but slips into the water. Xiao Yan saves her and tells her to leave, as Xiao Bu doesn't want her there. As he walks away, his bracelet flashes a danger alert. Xiao Yan asks where Shu is, and Xiao Bu says she went fishing. He rushes over and finds her unconscious with a snake slithering nearby, realizing she's been bitten. Xiao Yan realizes what happened. At the hospital, the doctor tells Shu Yue the snake wasn't poisonous, she just fainted from fear. When Shu wakes up, she asks Xiao Yan to end the contract. He calmly replies there are still 6 hours left in the day, and he'll cancel it first thing tomorrow. He walks out, but Shu looks sad deep down. She doesn't want to leave him. The next day, Fang picks Shu up from Xiao Yan's house. Xiao Bu wants to go too, so she takes him along. Later, when she tells Xiao Bu to go home, he gets upset. She tries to cheer him up. Missing Xiao Yan, Shu is surprised when he shows up. He says the old contract is over and gives her a new one this time. It's a love proposal. Before she can reply, he kisses her, and she kisses him back. Xiao Bu also joins in with a kiss, and they all feel happy together. Later, Fang calls Shu to come outside. Xiao Yan asks Xiao Bu why he's there, and Bu says Fang mentioned a surprise. Fang teases Shu about her blushing and touches her face, but Xiao Yan and Bu arrive just in time. Xiao Yan tells Fang to stop chasing Shu because they're officially dating now. He tells Shu that Fang was actually going to cancel their concert plans, but promises that the three of them will go together instead. Back home, Xiao Yan stocks her fridge with snacks. They watch TV together, but when a kissing scene comes on and he leans in, Shu quickly changes the channel. She eventually falls asleep beside him. The next day, Xiao Yan calls Shu to the office to sign the new contract. When she arrives, all his staff is there. She says she'll only sign if he expresses his feelings honestly. Xiao Yan tries to guess what she wants to hear but gets it all wrong. His secretary even tries to help from outside, but he ignores her hints. Frustrated, Shu leaves. Xiao Yan then takes her to a fishing spot, but it's full of mosquitoes. Shu thought he would impress her with something romantic. When she tries to fish, she slips and falls on him, and he takes the chance to kiss her. Later, Xiao Bu tells Xiao Yan to propose for real. Xiao Yan agrees, but when he calls Shu over for his dramatic Hollywood-style proposal, she runs to her room, confused by his actions. Xiao Yan's aunt invites Shu to a restaurant and tells her to break up with him because he's already engaged to Lin. Shu says Xiao Yan doesn't love Lin and calls her selfish. Just then, Xiao Yan shows up and defends Shu. He tells his aunt not to interfere because he'll only marry someone he truly loves. Shu is touched and praises him for finally standing up for her. Right then, Xiao Yan proposes to her properly, and they hug. Later, Xiao Yan and Shu go to a party with friends. they play games, and someone asks Shu who she'd save if Xiao Yan and Xiao Bu were drowning. Shu jokes she'd save neither, she can't swim, making everyone laugh. Xiao Yan asks when she started liking him, and she says after he started liking her. Then they get a funny challenge to finish fries in 15 seconds. Everyone laughs watching them. Shu ends up drinking too much, and Xiao Yan carries her home. The next day, Shu asks about impressing his aunt. Xiao Yan says she loves two things: profit in business and golf in games. Shu buys golf gear and starts researching the game. She even burns food while studying hard to impress the aunt. Xiao Yan teases her for not paying attention, but she's just trying to win the aunt's approval. The next day, they go golfing. Xiao Yan helps her practice, and they get close, ending with a kiss. But soon after, Xiao Yan gets a call from work and leaves. Meanwhile, the driver involved in the accident meets the aunt, asking for money. Shu sees this and thinks he's threatening the aunt, so she jumps in to help. But the aunt stops her. The driver runs off when he sees Shu. She realizes he's the man Xiao Yan's been searching for and tries to chase him, but the aunt stops her again. The aunt tells Shu the driver didn't cause the accident. It was Xiao Yan's stress that led to it. The crash wiped his memory, so he doesn't remember any of it. She says the child Shu saved back then was actually Xiao Bu, and warns that if Xiao Yan finds out the truth, it will break him. She begs Shu to leave him. Shu ignores Xiao Yan's call, heartbroken. At home, Xiao Bu has fallen asleep waiting for her. Later, she finds Xiao Yan asleep on the couch, dreaming about his brother. When he wakes up, he tells her his brother was kind and cared for him when their mom died. After his brother went abroad, Xiao Yan took over the business, but the accident happened soon after his return. Xiao Yan shows Shu a sketch of a girl from his dreams. It's her. She asks if he's sure, and he says yes, but now he doesn't need to look for her anymore because he has her. Later, Xiao Yan tells Shu she'll be playing golf with his aunt. At the club, his aunt gives a heart-shaped sign before leaving. Shu tells her she'll soon fulfill her wish. She's planning to break up with Xiao Yan. He returns and asks what happened, but Shu brushes it off. He guesses she lost to his aunt and says she can try again next time. But Shu suddenly says they should break up. Xiao Yan thinks she's joking, but she's serious. She walks away, and he wonders if the aunt said something. Xiao Yan goes to Shu's house, but she won't let him in. She blocks the door, but Xiao Bu sneaks past her. While stopping him, Xiao Yan walks in, and they both fall onto each other. He asks why she drank. She replies coldly that it's not his concern and starts to walk away. He pulls her into a hug, but she holds back her feelings. Telling him to leave, she goes to her room and asks her friend what to do. The friend is about to go to work, so doesn't answer. Shu doesn't want to eat with them, but Xiao Yan gently pulls her to sit down. Xiao Yan tells Shu Yue he'll agree to break up if she finishes breakfast in 5 minutes. She eats fast, but Xiao Bu, following Xiao Yan's plan, eats the last piece. Not wanting to leave her, Xiao Yan stays behind while Xiao Bu heads to school alone. Shu Yue says she has to go to work, and though Xiao Yan offers to drive her, she leaves on her bike. He follows her on a scooter, making her laugh. He hugs her and asks why she wants to end things, but she stays silent. Later, they return home with Fang and see Xiao Bu asleep from waiting too long. Xiao Yan glares at Fang before leaving. The next day, Xiao Yan texts Shu Yue that he and Xiao Bu will visit. They show up with their staff and eat together. Xiao Yan gets a call and finds out a major project is delayed because of Lin. Frustrated, he tells his team he had planned international expansion, but Lin caused issues. Still, he praises their efforts and decides to change his role in the company. Lin tells Shu Yue to convince Xiao Yan to attend a party, warning her that any trouble Xiao Yan faces will now be her burden. Xiao Yan later hears rumors about his role change, and Shu Yue questions if he's leaving Hash Group. He says he's just shifting positions. At the party, Lin offers him a drink, but he calls Shu Yue instead. She says she's leaving for Germany and thanks him for everything, ending the call. Xiao Yan is shocked. Lin tries to get close, but he pushes her away. Xiao Yan visits his aunt and learns the truth about an old accident. He was the one driving that night, but forgot due to a coma. His aunt admits she hid it to protect the family, fearing Xiao Bu would hate him for it. Shu had saved Xiao Bu that night. Xiao Yan is devastated. As Shu prepares to leave for Germany, Xiao Yan disappears. When she finds him at the company, she tells him the accident wasn't his fault. He worries about his project, but she comforts him and asks if she should still go to Germany. She decides not to, but Xiao Yan reminds her they've already broken up. Shu goes to his house and cooks breakfast for Xiao Bu. When Xiao Yan comes in, Xiao Bu calls her Mama, but Xiao Yan denies it. Shu and Xiao Bu bring breakfast to his office, but he ignores them. Xiao Bu, confused, asks what's going on. Shu gently tells him that Xiao Yan just needs time. Later, Shu finds out someone tampered with the brakes, and her aunt is secretly paying the driver. That night, she cooks for Xiao Yan and asks him to think about the accident again. Misunderstanding her, he angrily tells her to stay away, or he'll leave with Xiao Bu. Fang takes Shu out to propose, but Xiao Yan shows up and takes her away. They go to Xiao Bu's school, where he's refusing class to play basketball. Shu apologizes, and Xiao Bu calls Xiao Yan daddy, making him emotional. They play together as a family, and Xiao Yan tells Shu he's ready to try remembering and live happily with her. Later, Xiao Yan questions the driver, who refuses to admit the truth, though Xiao Yan says he's regained his memory. The next day, he tells Shu he still can't remember everything. She hugs him, saying his brain is fine and the memories will return. Shu gets kidnapped while dropping Xiao Bu at school, but Bu secretly sends a photo and car number to Xiao Yan. He chases the car and crashes it. At the hospital, he wakes up with Shu beside him and remembers everything. The accident was caused by brake failure, and Jun from AIM Group was behind it. The culprits have now been arrested. He hugs and kisses Shu. The next day, they plan to sneak out for food. While playing basketball with Bu, Shu accidentally hits Xiao Yan, causing him to faint. In a dream, he sees his late brother, who thanks him for caring for Xiao Bu and says they'll play together again someday. Xiao Yan wakes up with Shu and Bu by his side. Later, Shu looks at their wedding card joyfully. Xiao Yan reminds her he's her husband now. She playfully calls him hubby. He encourages her to pursue her dream and study in Germany, promising to visit with Xiao Bu. She agrees on one condition: she wants to wear a long gown at their wedding. They dance, she falls, they laugh and dance again. Shu leaves for Germany, and we learn Xiao Yan is now Hash Group's chairman again. He updates his bracelet and signs a major deal. Later, he and Xiao Bu head to the airport to pick up Shu, but she calls to say she can't come. He's disappointed but understanding. Back home, she surprises them by showing up. She kisses Xiao Yan while Xiao Bu peeks secretly. In the final scene, they get married. Shu's father gives her hand to Xiao Yan, who promises to always keep her happy. Xiao Bu gives a touching speech. Xiao Yan puts the ring on Shu's finger and kisses her. She tosses the bouquet, and it lands in Fang's hands. Lin is there, and they smile at each other. Everyone celebrates as the story ends with a joyful wedding and a new beginning.